Yo, people, you remember the other 2 videos I made? It's still Halloween. It's still today, I know. I just left it today. I'll just tell them one more scary story. One day, a fool, a man that was crazy, he was released from juvie. He knew spells how to create the dead, the walking dead alive. He casted one on someone, but when he arose from the dead, he gave him a knife, and then the dead guy sliced his head. But before he did it, he named him Jason. I mean, he didn't name him Jason. He named him Brian. Brian always sliced the head off people that came to the forest, one by one if they were a group, and just the both if there was a couple. He sliced them off. He only saw people making out. He just sliced their heads. He sliced them good. But then the townsfolk said, "Enough! We have to go to the woods with as many guns as we can." They went to the gun store, bought so many guns that they went into the forest. They had air fleets. They bombed the whole freaking forest down to see if the guy was dead or even alive or immune. But then they bombed all the trees, cut off all the trees, and then used every single machine gun to shoot every single thing. They bombed it with 4 million landmines. They just threw a rock at every single landmine. They got all the townsfolk to throw it. And then when they did it, they found Brian. They went to him. He just sliced all their heads off, sliced every single one he saw. But then finally, the son of the same person that created Michael from the dead. Brian from the dead. He knew one spell to kill the dead. To kill the dead. He used it on Brian, and then he killed Brian. That was the end. But then the child's mother and brother was also there, and then got killed by Michael. So then, one fateful night, he went there with a pole to make sure that Michael was dead. But then he was so angry, he ripped off a pole and then started to shove it down to Michael's heart. He kept on shoving it and shoving it and shoving it. But then he left it there. And then it was all cloudy and storm, and then it was raining with electric. It hit the pole where he left into Michael's heart. It brought and then it brought him back to life. And then he started to slice their head off, rampage through town again, and then he went to city. He went to every single cemetery because the person that created him gave him the spell. He heard it while he was resurrected. He said it again, but he wasn't doing this with his fingers, and then to resurrect someone, pointing at a grave. He did that, the same thing, and he resurrected his own army. He sliced people's head. They all sliced people's head, ate them, but Brian was the only one who was smart enough. Who was smarter than zombies, and then no one ever. And then he was the one who controlled the earth now. He spared some people's lives. He spared them, but they had to build a utopia for him. And then he controlled the earth until a person thought he might know how to kill him. So he tried, but nothing happened. He sliced his head, and then fed his dead body to the army. And now that's the end of the story.